man. All of the tea was this. OCHOCINCO said, man, Kevin Stefanski throwing shade. Is he throwing shade? Everybody is talking about it. We talked about it on UCSS today. And one of the things that happened was, at the end of the game balls were passed out. Now, Shedeur Sanders became one of the first rookies since 1995, I believe, to win his first start as Cleveland Browns quarterback. And Eric Zier was the guy. Shout out to Eric Zier from the Georgia Bulldogs back in the day. I remember watching him. But Shedeur Sanders was one of the first rookies to do that since 1995. And a lot of people thought that you would surely give Shedeur Sanders that game ball. You would surely make sure Shedeur Sanders got recognized. Now, Coach did mention his name a little bit, but he did not receive a game ball for that. Now, Myles Garrett received the game ball, well-deserved 3 sacks. He's on a historic run right now, and it looks like he might shatter the NFL sack record. But a lot of people is upset because, well, Kevin Stefanski, they give him no game ball. Well, here's the thing. Tyvis, I think Tyvis did a really good job of explaining, and I think he threw this out there a little bit too. Problem with Kevin Stefanski is right now is that Kevin Stefanski is dealing with the backlash of some of his energy he had during the beginning of the season. During the beginning of the season, Kevin Stefanski had the energy. He said that it was going to be a quarterback competition. And when you set yourself up and say this is a quarterback competition, one of the things that you deal with and you got to understand is people are going to hold you accountable to seeing whether or not it was an actual quarterback competition. It is well documented. Shedeur Sanders was not given the reps. He was not given an opportunity. And people are holding a grudge against that because now they're like, nah, don't come over here now. Nah, don't be over here now trying to show love. Like, that's the energy people got because they called you on your bluff. You didn't really give the reps like that. For me, I was like, yeah, that's definitely true. I had to go see for myself, and it wasn't. It wasn't a true competition. The second thing was, I think some of his answers is a little crazy in the beginning of the season. Some of them, I will always say, and this dude can't even say this dude's name. It was hard for him to say Shedeur Sanders' name, right? Like, he would be asked a question about Shedeur. He would sidestep it. He wouldn't say anything. So here's the thing. When that happens, people are going to get a negative perception about the way you feel about Shedeur Sanders. It just is what it is. I've always told Kevin Stefanski, Kevin, you should have came out and say, listen, we are excited about both our rookie quarterbacks. We like Dylan Gabriel. He has a strong set of capabilities. We like Shedeur. He has a different set of capabilities, but we love our 2 quarterbacks. Our job is to develop both of those guys and to get them in the best position to succeed for the Cleveland Browns. And I would have never came out and told you nothing about no competition because you put an expectation on that then you were going to play him and set it up to be a fair competition, which it wasn't. Now, with that being said, about the shade and the game balls, let me give y'all a quick story. I was in elementary school, and I remember all the time we go to elementary school, and at the end of the year, they was always give out these little awards. Sometimes they would give you an attendance award for those people who showed up every single day. And then they would give you the citizenship award. The citizenship award was the award that they gave to people who, they were good in school. They didn't give the teacher no problems at all. None of that. They didn't give you no problems. It's all good, right? And then they would say, oh, this is the teacher's helper, and he's really good with the other students. He doesn't come to school and disrupt class. He doesn't sleep in class. These are things that we like. You are being a good citizen. Then they got to a point where, hey, maybe you was a good student. You didn't get straight A's, but you was an A and B type student. A and B's. More B's than A's, so you was a good student. They gave you the merit roll. And then it was the top of the food chain, the tippy top. That went for the boys and girls that was getting them A's, them straight A's. They stayed with the 3.6, 3.7, 4.0s, 4.2s. That's honor roll. So I'll never forget. We go to one of the end of year awards, and I was in 5th grade, and I come away, and I ended up getting my attendance wasn't perfect, but people love me. Teachers love me. I got a good personality. You know, kids love me. G. Bush, Citizenship Award. Citizenship. They came and gave the grades. I was a good student. I was a good student. Yeah, I didn't really try that hard, but I got B's and A's and B's. I got the merit roll. So now I got 2 awards, citizenship and that merit roll. I said, okay, let's go. When it came time for the honor roll, name wasn't called. I was like, it's all good. I got 2 awards. And I know very many people got 2 awards. Some people just got good attendance. I'm a good student and I do my thing and people like me. And I got to the car and my mom was like, yeah, that's cool. That's what's up. Dad was like, yeah, that's what's up. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it pushing. We about to go to the store to get something to eat, to cook. I'm like, why y'all ain't pumped? Y'all, you gonna frame this and put this on the on the refrigerator? Nah, dog, we not. That's not for refrigerator worthy. I said, what you mean? Merit roll B's. I'm like, my brothers. No disrespect to my brothers. I'm like, they got C's. Why you got their stuff on the refrigerator? And my mom pulled me inside one day and said this. You know what, son? That's good. We understand that you got your merit roll off. We understand that you got your citizenship. He was like, but you know what? When we send you to school, that's bare minimum. We send you to school and you better be respectful. You better be hardworking and you better not get a teacher no trouble. That's bare minimum because there's consequences if you don't. So the citizenship award is cool. I'm like, dang, you just wiped my little citizenship award. You got me out of there on that one. So, well, what about, I got good grades too. Look at this merit roll. Boom, look at this merit roll right here. What you gonna say about that? She said, you know what? We never said you weren't intelligent and smart. See, the problem with you is you don't bring no books home. I never see you studying hard. If you get B's, you don't even study hard. What could you do if you actually study and brought books home and really put time and energy, effort in it? You could have got straight A's, right? I was like, I kind of never thought about that. Never thought about that one. And she said, yeah. So while we are proud of you that you did get these awards and we're happy, we know you can do better and you can do more. And I didn't quite understand that until I got older and out of college, what she was trying to say. Because what she was doing is she was preparing me for the eventual nature of what life is. In this life, you have to be above and beyond great if you want to be really receive that excellence. If you want to be successful in this competitive life, you better be out here doing the most. You better be the most successful. You better be the most hardworking. You got to get up early. You got to show up late. You got people going to say stuff about you. You're going to do a lot of things. You might get in arguments, but what do you got, right? What's in here dictates what you get, not about what's on the outside. You may not like G. Bush. You may not like what I say half the time, but here's the thing. While you sleeping, I'm working. While you running around here talking about what you used to do, I'm talking about what I just did. When you talking about all those things matter. And I didn't understand it till she was telling me that. You say, G. Bush, you're talking all these analogies and stuff. What does this got to do with the game ball? Well, here's the thing. Shedeur Sanders. I expect more from Shedeur Sanders. This ain't no just fun story. I expect Shedeur Sanders to be a franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And the franchise quarterback of the Cleveland Browns is so much bigger than a game ball. Actually, to be truthful, it might almost be beneath him. Because it's something that he shouldn't even concern himself with. His job is concerning himself with winning and keeping that starting quarterback job, making sure the Cleveland Browns win football games and getting to the playoffs and winning the championship. In the course of all of those things happening, will you get some accolades? Yes, you will. Will you get some people that pat you on the back? Yeah. Will some people be excited and throw the wrist up and pat you on the back? Yes. But guess what? That ain't what all I'm expecting out of you. I already know what you got. Your dad know what you got. All the people that supported you in Colorado and Jackson State know what you're about. And so when we talking about no footballs and whether or not they're going to celebrate you, you know how you get celebrated? You get celebrated by your teammates saying, man, that throw he just threw, only 3 quarterbacks in the league can make that throw. You know how you get celebrated? When this general manager pull up on you and dap you up and say, man, that was a great game. Let's keep it moving. When your offensive lineman lifts you up and say, man, that's what I'm talking about. You see, you see how they blocked? That's your reward. The week before you was running for your life. This week, they did a good job of pass protecting. When they ask about you, they say, man, this dude comes in, stays early. He got a good, he moving around. Those are your rewards. The game balls and all that other stuff, the people on the outside can argue about that. But as far as me and G. Bush is concerned, that's bare minimum. You didn't think Shedeur Sanders can play? You didn't think he could throw the football like that? I don't care nothing about no game balls. And frankly, he don't either. Because week after week after week after week, when you start putting games together and numbers together and wins together, ask yourself this. Does Lamar Jackson care about a game ball? No, it's Lamar Jackson. I'm an MVP. Does Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, do they care about game footballs? No. You know why? Because they are now judged on whether or not you're going to go to the Super Bowl and do you end the curse. Right now, Josh Allen got bigger fish to fry. The Buffalo Bills is in the same position as us. They ain't won that trophy. Lamar Jackson ain't won that trophy. Huh? Patrick Mahomes, right? They trying to figure it. Justin Herbert, yeah, you're a franchise quarterback, but we trying to win that trophy. That's the level I look at with Shedeur Sanders. Don't give me no citizenship awards. Game balls is citizenship awards. And he would say that too. Is he complaining about it? No. He's getting ready for the 49ers. And that's what we should be ready to get to as well.